go to the schools, high school and faculty and put some flyers or discuss with some school teams and explain. Yes, I will tell them. Actually, the school starts last week. And
I would ask about Nahla, because we are both Nahla and Bihar and Nahla and Sarayna, and we see inside all women. But our group we have both male and female. How it will become?
we too, yes. We are not, yes, in our name it's women, and some of our beneficiaries are women, but we are very gender open organization, and in this moment we have on full-time employee two male colleagues, and we are not feministic organization.
Neither are we. No, we just believe that when we empower women, that we can empower the whole family and the whole society.
Yes. We all believe in this.
Okay, any other questions? أشواق أخيرا تحكي لنا.
Do you have a database for the volunteer?
Yes, of course.
For example, in time of crisis or something happened that you can refer back to this database. Who is responsible for this? Is it a government sector or from your side?
In our organization, we have our database of our volunteers, and their interest and their capacity to be with us when we need them. I am not sure on government level that we have such any database. Last year, when the problem with migration starts in the region, they asked us for some our resources in the situation of some crisis or big number of migrants in Bosnia, but I'm not sure that they are put somewhere in database or just on some paper about our any other resources in that.
Do you think that they have the knowledge and they have the culture of volunteer work? Because I ask lots of youth since I visit Bosnia, they don't know it. So I suggest something like it's like a market. In the market, we are selling products. Volunteer market is you have to bring the youth and the opportunities to volunteer. So each one can choose what is the field that I feel I can give something in. For example, for me, I like to volunteer in inspiration or motivation, but I cannot volunteer in a medical field. So it's like a product, but you bring both who want to give and who want help in the same market. It's like a market. So when the youth come, they can choose the product easily. And he knows that my ability, my passion is, for example, helping people, compassion. I have a talent in makeup. Sometimes they have talent in cooking. So if you can bring this like a market or exhibition or a forum each quarter year, it will be fun for them, because nowadays youth they like take and run the easy way. So I hope you can make something for them.
Yes, we have a positive experience, but thank you very much for your suggestions. It's interesting.
Okay, any other questions?
So I I really believe that women NGOs are the most powerful people and everywhere, and they can do the changes, not only here. So you can see when you had a war, it was your role, and it's not only here, but all over the world. If you go, even the stories of Red Cross and other things, it was always women NGO who filled the gaps. But I think now, even Bosnia, you're having a different kind of war. I mean, when I see this number of betting shop, gambling, number of migrants, it's even a cold war that it's maybe more dangerous than the previous war. So you should have now bigger and more role, and here are the youth, and maybe you can work more closely. And as Dr. Muhammad promised, on October, inshallah, we'll be visiting you, and I hope we can do more cooperation. I'm not biased to women, but I love to work with women issues as of my background. So thanks a lot, and thanks for being with us. And we can continue with the story of how NGO can inspire youth to how schools can inspire youth. We are having a rector of a school, so he's with us. Maybe Kanan is going to be here to facilitate the session with him. And
Or you speak English?
You speak English, you don't?
yes, yeah. Okay, so we need to know, you as a youth, you spoke about what do you want from media, what do you want from the university, what do you want from the NGO and expect. Now, what did you want or you want, even if you graduate from a school?
Okay. علشان بس let us first give her applause. Maybe you want to go and sit in that seat, sir, and they can come here so that you can.
Principal high school in Bihać, Gymnasium Bihać. We have 585 students currently, and we are trying to be as interesting as we can be in this moment. We also have the problem, like every school in this country, that every next year we are actually enrolling less and less students. The biggest problem we have now is not that people are losing interest in our school, but people are losing interest in living in this country. Like you mentioned before, migrations and brain drain and youth drain of this country is terrible. We are trying to cope with that. We are trying to involve our students in some positive changes to stop this. For example, yesterday our students were actually present in the chit chat during the EcoBIS forum. The main talk was how to prevent young people to go. Actually, I can see a few of the guys who are actually present over there. It's a big job, and the problem is that people today do not believe in the better future, in the better tomorrow, like they used to believe before this war. That is the main problem, and that is the problem also of educational system. A few years ago, we even had one teacher who was actually telling the students, you know, to go out. When they finish the school, the best thing actually is to go out. So it's the negative process that is involved in every aspect of our society. That is what I wanted to say.
So we'll open the floor then for the questions.
Maybe that's
And I am sure you can give us a lot. And we thank you for this strong start, emotional and intellectual. It is a challenge, as we heard it all the day. Challenge for the media, challenge for... and this is proof why we chosen Bihać. Lots of people, they ask us why we chosen Bihać, and I think now our Bahraini and Arab Emirate team, they can answer people in Sarajevo why we chosen Bihać, right? Like, very clear. Okay, any questions? We'll start with the quality of life team.
So basically, it's about volunteering because this is the main problem we are tackling. How about putting like a few workshops about volunteering in your school? High schools, because the youth is younger in high school, and I think they were implemented more the knowledge about volunteering and why is it important and so on. So then that they can be ready when they get in the university.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good idea to have a workshop who would actually prepare students.
Like a volunteering day.
Yeah.
All about that.
Yeah, no, the thing is that the school in that aspect definitely needs help from outside, from the professional people who would come over there and explain some ideas how the stuff works in the real life. The problem is with the Bosnian school, they're quite often actually separated from the real life. They live in their own community and they do not see what's going on in the society. So yeah, for the event like that, we would definitely need help from the outside, and we are more than willing to facilitate, to accommodate people who help us to show our young people that they actually could be the change in this society by volunteering and doing positive changes in the city and in our country.
I mean, I have a few ideas. How about a sports day where you visit the Jedinstvo club because they really need help, and we actually did a focus group where we talked about their problems and tried to solve them and everything. And how about like one sports day where they visit the club and then play a little football and then talk about things, because young people, they think differently and maybe they can solve problems, and also they are partly volunteering. So that would be a good idea.
Yes, sometimes it's very helpful to see the problem with some other eyes, right? From different points of view.
Yes.
I agree with that. And what we are encouraging our students actually to make that first step. So, okay, we are going to talk that maybe it's a good idea, or it's a good idea to have a sports day, to visit Jedinstvo, but small steps should be planned from the students themselves. That's our kind of philosophy. So. Yes. They will know that they actually earned that change, not somebody, about it.
Okay.
And that's an inspiration economy. So we'll give you applause for this.
Arbella was suggesting some workshops about the volunteer work. Is there any courses, credit hour, in the certification of these students that for him to graduate from high school, he has to finish, for example, 70 credit hours serving the community? Is there anything like this? Because even workshop is also, it's like teaching, but let them put them in the action. For example, taking 10 of your students, going to the health center and trying to help the nurse, the laboratory, and the reception. Some of them, they can volunteer in the municipality to see how the people work and to consider if I am, for example, a cleaning man. When I volunteer in the same place, I will know how this work is hard and it's not an easy, and how important is the clean man. If he's absent, the whole area will be not clean. So is there anything like this? For example, in Bahrain, in high school, we have 70 credit hour. If they finish these credits, they can graduate from high school. They didn't serve the community, they cannot graduate.
No, unfortunately, we don't have something like that in our educational system. Right? We do have volunteering day, where our students are going for one day and work in real life. For example, in the Ministry of Education, or in the municipality Bihać, or a brewery in Bihać, or something like that. But that is only for one day, just to see how the things are, working in the real life. But it's not within our system. It's not a state effort to make a change like that. What you are talking is actually to encourage students to spend 10 days over there and to earn some student credit, right? Yeah. To be able to graduate.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are miles away from there yet. So nobody is making efforts to do the changes like that. And if the school is doing that, it's going to be effort of the single school, not the effort of the system.
Yes.
And this is what we are calling for. You can be the single school.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yes, okay, so.
Okay.
Even 30 hours, you can, the teams, they can work with you. Of course, they also, and we agree with your philosophy. It really shows, you are, mashallah, they're lucky to have, the school lucky to have a leader like you. and you want this to come from youth, and I think this is the right moment.
Yes. And to be honest, I say the same thing. What your answer now? 15 years ago, I was saying it's 100 miles from our thoughts or educational system to have this. But alhamdulillah, we have it now, and you are very close to this. Because of people who's here, one to one, and like unity, you will reach, inshallah, this stage.
And we've seen the result very quickly in our children. I'm talking about, and I have 6 children, mashallah, and I can tell you, those who got this program that Ashwaq was talking about, really it affected them, directly or indirectly. So,
yeah, if I just can add that, I keep the policy of the open mind, and I think our school, gymnasia, should be like that. I actually finished university outside of this country, and when I saw how the things are done over there, I was quite surprised that things can be done differently. But here in Bosnia, we just believe in one way, and there is no other way to be done, right? Which is, we are kind of conservative, right? With the, when educational system is in question.
Believe me, it's the same. The people change the process.
Yeah, of course.
With the power, it's need power.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy and grateful and lucky as well to be around Bihash here and to share my ideas with you. And especially, I think we're witnessing here now the strongest area when it comes to the media and education. And I think the school have a big role more than anything that can help and offer a solution to this with our migrations or the mindset of with our family or students. I believe as well that since the almost 5 to 6 days we are here now, I see that majority of people focus in negative than positive. And I think that if we go and focus in you know, a negative side, that our emotion will be affected negatively and our behavior will become negatively. And I think to witness beautiful youth like this and all of them volunteer and happy to deliver some amazing project to help the society and in fact helping the global or the world by creating, let me say, Bihash as an example that you know could be a light for many countries, not just Bihash or let us say Bosnia. I came from Bahrain, I live in Australia, I travel more than 72 countries. So feeling negative with you know, and even you guys, we share the same thing in Bahrain, in the Middle East, and I'm sure in Europe we can see the all negative. Everybody focuses on negative. So I think if we come out with positive thoughts, at least from us to start, you know, and from the media, focusing on what we want to give as a positive side of it. I looked at it in 2 or 3 things, basically, the problems, if I will reveal that to you here now. In school, and generally each individual who lives around Bosnia, we hope that they can discover the highest value for them. Majority of people I meet, they are not having any idea what is my highest value. They always do other people's value and they don't do their own value. So they're seeking for their inside, what do I want? That's why they leave immigration. And they leave Bosnia because based on negative information around them, whether from family or from media or from people who's around them. So they feed them with negative. Since 1995 up to now, almost 21 years, these young youth, they have passion to do something different. But unfortunately, some of negative ideas come around them, whether from, we call it media or newspaper or friends or family or teachers sometimes. They say, oh, there is no hope at school, you know, finish school. I recommend for you to immigrate. I'm the first person, yes. And he's actually from the old background and feeding negative information to the student. That's why when the student leave from home, they are already negative, and school negative, media negative, they will be going definitely. I think 3 things we need to focus from media and school. Discovering the student's highest value or each individual with the highest value. Second, That's what is the mind and how the mind thinks. So we don't teach the mind because they have been programmed. So all information coming to their head, being programmed. So what they have,